Good afternoon, welcome to Sonic Unleashed Part 2. Gareth, go!
This is a game where Eggman turns into a werewolf and then travels around the world eating food before he violently fists Eggman.
Steven, go!
Eggman turns what?
You said Eggman.
Yeah, Eggman.
You're talking about Eggman violently fisting Eggman. Thanks, Gareth.
yeah.
Just like my fan fiction. Thank you, Sega.
Do you think Eggman, of all of his resources, couldn't find a way to enable him to fist himself? You people aren't thinking logically.
I mean, when you're an evil mad scientist, it's as easy as just cloning yourself.
It's a surprise that Eggman hasn't tried cloning yet.
You're about to say it's a surprise Eggman hasn't tried fisting himself.
That's why Sonic Boom was cancelled. Season 3 was going to feature a big storyline where he tries to fist himself in every episode.
Has Eggman not tried cloning? Huh. Actually, no, that was...
His degree is in robotonomics.
Right, his grandpa was the bioengineering guy.
And look where that got him. Space.
Knuckles would be very bad at fisting.
The boosting wasn't even on Sonic at that point.
No one heard the best thing Miwa just said. Knuckles would be really bad for fisting.
Best fister ever.
Yeah, he would. So would Metal Sonic.
No, Metal Sonic would be perfect. Just put some lube on that thing. It's great. It's fine. It's fine.
You're all just pussies.
Tails would be... Tails would be worse because he's a virgin.
Tails what now?
Tails would be worse because he is a virgin.
We go down 2 parts. Part 1, Knuckles is probably a racist. Part 2, Tails is a virgin.
Well, I mean, he's like, what, 6?
8.
Same thing.
That's too old for me.
She always make that
There
joke.
it is.
There it is.
I'm a girl.
Can I
What's
have
a woman?
Hey,
This is probably my least favorite level in the game, not that that means anything.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
Why didn't you laugh at my joke?
Why didn't I what?
Why didn't you laugh at my joke?
Because you keep cutting out for me, and I can't understand what fucking thing you're saying.
That's racist, Steven.
Oh,
But you won't cut out for everyone else watching, so...
Why do these bastards take 8 hits to kill?
Because you haven't leveled up your werehog yet to do the special combos.
Wow.
That
Edit in
sucks.
Steven.
Huh?
Edit in Steven laughing, please.
Oh, edit in Steven laughing? Wait. Stefan, here's a soundbite for you. Miwa, oh, Miwa. Oh god, Miwa, that damn. What the fuck?
Look, see, there's no special stage. It's just...
A
Yeah,
really
just rings.
big ring.
I would
feel
love to
lied
see what the special stage in this game would have looked like, but unfortunately not.
Every time, Stefan, for parts 1 and part 2, every time Miwa says anything, edit in the audio from Steven.
Jesus Christ.
Just dub in a laugh track.
See, we just record like a random studio audience, but it's just a whole bunch of recordings of Steven. So it's an audience of Stevens.
It's just once again, Steven and I get high and watch the Sonic Unleashed mobile LP.
This LP has been brought to you in front of a live Steven audience.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Be prepared to not entertain.
Are we sure Steven's alive?
Only on the inside.
This is where it counts. So, I should say, so, part 2, basically everything after the giant fish boss was a separate recording, and for some reason, after that point, every time I knocked Eggman off screen, he just vanished. So I had to fight the boss more slowly.
It's got chicken legs.
Look at him run.
So the game is very slightly more tedious than it was before now.
And the frame rate's even worse.
Yeah, the beginning of this video is definitely where the frame rate just completely shit the bed. But hey, like you said, true to the source material.
Ah-cha-cha-cha-cha.
True to one level in the source material.
Well, 2 if you count Eggman Land.
True. Although I don't even think Eggman Land is that bad. It's only parts of it, like whenever you're switching back and forth between.
Some of the Werehog sections are kind of bad. At least from what I remember, it's been a minute since I've played Unleashed.
This color scheme
But
is so
I don't
tacky.
need to because I'm watching it right before my eyes.
Here's a Sonic mobile game question. If this came out like now, like alongside like Dash and Runners and Jump, how do you think it would be?
Like, as it is right now?
In terms of if it was made nowadays, or if this in its current form was released nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, is it fixed up, or is this just shut out on iOS?
I think you didn't think this question through.
I would like a game like in this style, if it was released like how it looks right now, just like obviously fixed
So
up.
no
frame rate problems. But the
basically a full Sonic game, but very short, but made decently well. I think it'd be around the quality of Sonic 4 mobile, maybe slightly better.
Decently well.
Who's Gaia?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not dark. It's not light. It's just Gaia.
Yep.
This part sucks.
Funny.
Can't believe it took us this long to run out of things to talk about.
We've got 18 more minutes, boys and lady.
Oh my god.
Seriously?
Can we just pull an in,
Fucking
Tom,
hell.
and start this over?
But they don't take that much longer.
Steven,
No.
I'm gonna need a bit
Okay,
more from you, mate.
So you know what? Fuck this game. Let's talk about literally anything else. Skyler, what have you been up to today?
I went to the comic book store today after work, and I picked up Sonic number 5 and Doomsday Clock number 5. I've only read Sonic so far, though.
Oh boy, Doomsday Clock.
I actually haven't.
We're all gonna die.
Zubat. What's up with all the Zubats?
You didn't use a
I
repel.
don't know. I don't know, we're probably in hell.
Let's go, Pikachu. The game that's angering 30-year-old Pokemon fans everywhere.
Oh my god.
Y'all are just so
We
mad
could
about
talk about
video
that.
games.
Oh no, it's borrowing from a game that people love that's not for me. That makes it bad.
Have you ever made a
Right.
Pokemon game? I didn't think so.
Sonic was moonwalking on the rails. That's pretty hardcore.
Oh man, another Sonic 3 reference.
So is that why this game's never been re-released?
Probably.
Yes.
Does this level even get to the
you
tree
Michael
part,
Jackson?
or does it just stick with the little city bit?
I think it's always just a city bit, no tree.
Dang, that was like the good
Actually,
part of
no,
the level.
there is a tree later.
So, Steven, speaking of Pokemon and things that 30-year-old fans will complain about, how was your trip to New York to cycle around and take pictures of Pokemon?
I mean, I can give you a little behind the scenes if you want.
Please do, because
Ooh.
it's better than talking about this shitty game. So please, everyone, we're gonna get the inside scoop on cycle across Unova? How do you pronounce the name of it, please?
Cycle
Unova?
across
Unova?
your fine ass.
Unova?
Cycle across Chernobyl? What?
Cycle across Chernobyl.
That's the sequel.
As you can see, this Pikachu has 3 ears.
Look,
I think
socks in
it's
the Middle
pronounced
East.
I think it's pronounced Unork.
Unova.
Dork. Okay, so
The
Steven,
Middle
Also
East,
the Middle
though.
East.
so
Yes.
Steven, please fill us in on the inside scoop of how that went down.
We went to New York. We realized we didn't have as much time as we thought we would need, so we drove to every location with our bikes and didn't actually cycle to every location.
Oh no!
I want my fucking
I'm
money
not
back!
done with my story, Gareth.
I want my fucking money back, you lying piece of
I'm
shit!
not done with my story, Gareth.
Unless this story ends with Demi went back and cycled everywhere, I want my fucking money back!
That's how it ends. I went back to New York with my bike and cycled to all locations. It was 80 miles. It was very hard. I did it in 4 days.
Bro, I can't wait to feel your quads.
Wait.
even-
Wait. So how did? Was it just a case of did you start cycling and then you realized, or how did you figure out you wouldn't have enough time?
We were running behind schedule since day one, and I was like, the only way we can film all these locations is if we don't waste time cycling. So that's what we had to do.
The only way we could film this documentary about
to
cycling
lie.
across New York is if we don't cycle across New York.
You just described every single film made ever.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But yeah, I went back and I actually cycled through the whole thing. I even have my itinerary, and I got a GoPro strapped to my chest and recorded all of that. So
Okay, cool. So
He
was that?
he did reshoots.
Yeah,
So-
he pulled an
was that-
NTOM
was
and did a
it- was-
retake.
So Stephen, was your solo trip down, and was that just to get extra footage, or just so you could legally say you cycled across New York?
both. It's
Okay,
both.
cool.
Yeah, because I didn't want to lie to everyone. I didn't want to do that. So I went there for genuinity.
You did it to be a good person.
Yeah.
I will say that they knocked to the bottom of the stage there was a shortcut. It was totally not an accident.
What's the word? Genuinity? Is that a word?
Yeah, maybe.
Genuine-
Genuinely?
Genuineness, I think.
G1
Genuineness
Oh,
is...
genuinity. Yeah,
Or
I
you
think.
could go at
Crystal gems?
authenticity.
Crystal Gems, Crystal
I
Pepsi.
need to buff up my SAT words, I think.
Why is Eggman gold?
Stephen went back for some
Juice.
because he's a
He's been gold the whole time.
because he's a Mario Kart 8 exclusive character. Gold Eggman.
It's yellow.
No, this is
Eggman.
the Gold Eggman amiibo.
The Gold Eggman amiibo.
It's the Gold Eggman Funko Pop.
Oh god, fuck you, Skyler.
Hell yeah.
What is everything in this
Is
game
there-
hurt my
is there an
eyes?
Is there an Eggman Funko Pop?
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
it looks pretty good.
Of course there
Of
is.
course there fucking is.
What? Ha!
Oh,
I approve.
I get it.
You noticed.
How could I not?
Yeah.
I love this song.
You know, it does so much fit with the jazzy nature of Unleash the Score. I'll allow it, Stefan. I'll allow
You
it.
guys remember
It's
that
something
one?
different, at least.
You guys remember that one episode of Billy and Mandy where like Billy befriended the brain and it ends up just being a
Voltaire,
musical,
yeah.
ends up being a musical episode and it's pretty good.
I love that guy. I say that having not listened to too much of his music, but Voltaire's awesome.
So, Stephen, aside from almost committing tax fraud, any other stories from Cycle Across New York Place?
So the second time that I went, some guy tried to hit me up for weed. That was interesting. Apparently, I didn't know this while I was there. I learned it when I got back. But apparently, the bike messengers there, most of them like deliver pot.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So this guy like, he drove up next to me. He's like, selling? And I'm like, what? And he goes, you selling? And I'm like, no, dude, not selling. And like, I think to cover his ass, he lied from here on. He's like, nah, you selling that bike? And I'm like, yeah, okay. This
Did
dude.
you keep that in the movie?
You selling any pot? No,
Yeah.
I only got Pokemon.
Are you
Selling that
selling-
Pokepot?
Are you selling your only mode of transportation right now, sir?
Stephen, you should have said, no, because if I sell this, I can't deliver my weed to everyone.
Yeah, bro. I got that dank Bulbasaur Kush. Got nice glistening terpenes full of that
Bulbasaur
myrcene.
Kush. Mexi, you probably know this. There must be some strains of the marijuana that has Pokemon names.
Oh, all the fucking time, dude. There are so many things named after Pokemon. There was actually a gene named after Pikachu that actually had to get recalled because it was a gene that actually
Caused cancer, didn't it?
leads to cancer, yeah, so the Game Freak did not want to associate it. But to tie this actually back to Sonic, there's also a genetic
A
homologue.
gene called
Well,
Sonic
a-
Hedgehog.
it's not a
I believe-
gene.
I believe
It's
they
not a
found-
gene, it's a genetic homologue. And they named it the Sonic Hedgehog homologue. and it has an inhibitor. So basically
Yes.
something that deactivates it, because what happened is, the reason they even call it the hedgehog homolog is that if there's any deficiency in it, it actually causes the spine of an embryo to misform. So in flies, when they were doing research, it caused these flies to grow spikes out of their back, which...
And it's really horrific.
Yeah, it's really terrifying, but that's where they got the hedgehog name, was just from the fact that it caused spinal protuberance. But the inhibitor is named after Eggman, so
Yeah.
Eggmanonym inhibits the
I
Sonic
thought-
Hedgehog
I-
homolog.
I thought it was called. I thought it had Robotnik in the titles. I thought it
Oh
was.
yeah, no, that was
they-
it. It was
they-
a Robotnik nim.
No.
A
Yeah, that's the
Robotnik
one,
nim.
yeah, because I think they
Yes,
found
Eggman.
that before he became Eggman in the West.
That was it. Yeah, so they named the inhibitor protein after Robotnik, and then this very traumatic homolog named after Sonic. And then they decided to name like a pre-cancer gene after Pikachu. They're just naming genes after video game characters is not. It's not a positive thing so far.
It's really awkward hearing Endless Possibilities playing in Missouri.
Yeah,
You know
this
what?
is the final battle of the game.
I just, I actually,
Oh, good.
I actually just heard there's also a gene that makes you racist, and they called it Knuckles.
Oh, it was some other thing because there are 3 different hedgehog homologs, and I think one of them was like the desert hedgehog homolog, but in that one they tried to make it Knuckle. They tried to name it after Knuckles, but yeah, they'd already gotten away with Sonic and Robotnik. I don't think the scientific community was going to give them 3 for 3.
So, little known fact, this is actually where Unleashed was supposed to end, so... Most people think that Steven's Sonic Unleashed movie just stopped at part 3, but no, he knew where the climactic battle was supposed to take place.
Deep cut.
That's
I
a
like
deep
that.
cut.
Good job.
It's all part of the FTCR cinematic universe.
No, the best.
you know it.
My favorite version, Steve. Do you remember when I took your part 1 of Unleashed and I just turned it upside down?
Yeah, called it Upside Down Edition.
Upside down. That was good shit.
Remember that time, Gareth, you and I did a colors video?
When we put this
and
on
I pretended
YouTube,
to
can we
be
just put the
N-Tom?
videos upside down?
I mean, it wasn't like Sky was talking then, was it?
Yeah, oh no, please. God forbid I talk before you. Carry on.
I got nothing to say.
Hoppage?
Chicken.
You were saying, Sky?
Oh no, I intimidated him. I was just saying, remember that time we did a colors video and I pretended to be N-Tom and people bought it?
I love Hellpire comes.
Do you remember when we had that? We made a whole fucking YouTube channel just to make fun of all the entries for the Sonic 19 contest.
Oh, that's
and
Sonic
we,
4
and
contest.
we watched T-Bird's video, and it's just us going, "Fuck you, T-Bird," over and over again.
The very first video you and I did together was making fun of my video for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the one we fucking, you and your friends, you go run and you do the fucking Sonic like anime like fucking like arms behind your back when you run, and at that point I lost all respect for you. He's like, you fucking nerd.
Stefan, splice in the clip where I jump on the shopping cart thing and I go, "That's how you grind rails."
That's how you grind rails.
I'll send it to you.
You'll
It's
have to show-
fine.
Yeah, send it to me because I want to see that.
I would kill to see that.
That's how you grind rails?
So bad. It's so bad. I was cheated. I should have won that contest. My video.
If only
was
Sonic could be your father.
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure the winners of those contests were supposed to be taken to Japan to play Sonic 4 Episode 1 early.
I know.
But I don't think anyone actually went to Japan.
Wait. Actually, I think they did, but it happened
They did?
right at the time a natural disaster hit Japan.
Oh, Christ.
Like, luckily they were all
Sure,
okay,
sure.
but that's pretty crappy timing.
That's fucking scary.
And even then, the prize was just playing Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Well,
So-
true, but I mean, also, I wanted to win just to go to fucking Japan. That's
Right.
part of the dream. Visit Japan one day.
It would have been great if Miwa won. then she could have gone to Japan.
Cool.
I wanna go to Japan just so I can throw pasta at Miwa.
Faster.
How well do you
Keep in
think
my
someone
mouth.
could mash up Endless Possibilities and the Phineas and Ferb intro theme?
Oh God.
That's something to
want
find
that.
out.
The Phineas and Ferb intro is fucking good.
If you can't tell, this part is really finicky.
I mean, this game before was just a paragon of
I'm
good programming.
I know, it just
Eggman's
dropped the ball at the
he's
last
trying to-
moment. What a mess.
He's trying to fist Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh, it all comes full circle.
Just like my fanfic.
Just like in real life.
There's 104 days of summer vacation, guys, and we're wasting it playing this game.
I just noticed that said debriefing. Also,
Yeah, I pointed
You
that
got
out.
some emeralds.
You got some emeralds!
That's
Wait, did
some emerald, dude.
Did that boss fight literally give us 2 Chaos Emeralds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So, do you think that's because they literally just like ran out of time and couldn't be bothered to make another level?
No, there was
Yeah.
actually a deep lore reason.
well, clearly at some point they just said fuck it.
Is that it?
That's
Oh.
it.
That's everything.
Yep.
Oh.
This is my
Said-
escape.
Meseri's the final boss.
Yeah, Miwa.
Stefan, can you edit in the video of the monkey typing on the keyboard?
Okay.
And he cannot turn the computer on, so he slaps his face.
I love that video.
But put Chris's face on the monkey's face, because he ain't here.
I like video games.
Mikonos fan is not in the
believe.
level with Mikonos. Sad
Spyro.
face.
Puyo Puyo
I'm gonna go
Yakuza.
back and count how many names were associated with this one game.
And
Oh,
then-
you should
and then
see how many
track them down.
you should see how many quality control testers there are. I think there's like 15.
Wow.
These all look like Chinese names.
That's racist, Stefan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they are Chinese names, but you're still racist. Is your favorite character Knuckles?
Quality
favorite-
assurance managers. Here we go. Oh wait, no, that was a different part of it.
Wang.
4,
No,
5,
here we are.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeez! No! Shame on all you people! How dare you!
16.
I like one of my favorite things about looking at these credits is that like it's just seeing in other cultures like what their version of John is. Just like when you see like so many people have the same first name, it's like that's the equivalent of like I'm gonna name my son John. You unoriginal fuck.
Also, the credits loop.
Oh, great.
For like infinity?
It never ends.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for Sonic Unleashed Mobile. I apologize for wasting your time.
You should apologize to me for that.
You're already stuck in this.
It's not
Fuck.
accepted.
Knuckles is racist.
Probably.
And Tails has nothing. If you go on a date with Tails, he'll order dessert first because he has nothing.
Yes, I'd like my dessert first, please.
Like, look, I'm original. But no, you're just boring.
It's 68 people.
Now to track them down.
And throw pasta at them.
Wait, which one's your favorite, Stephen?
Which person is my favorite?
Yeah,
You.
Aww.
thank you.
Aww.
He stole my answer.
Liar.
But conversely, he also hates you for working on that game.
You cut out for me, so I don't care.